Emmerdale. Mary Goskirk's exit bombshell after Rona's devastating outburst leaves a family in ruins. The Goskirk family is left reeling after Mary Goskirk makes a heartbreaking decision in the wake of an emotionally explosive confrontation with her daughter, Rona. What begins as an attempt to protect Mary from a dangerous truth ends in words so cruel they fracture the family beyond recognition, and may change their lives forever. Mary has only just returned to the Dales after spending time in Cornwall, completely unaware of the desperate lengths Rona and Marlon have gone to in order to free April from the grip of Celia and Ray. All she knows is that Dylan has been the victim of a hit and run, and the fact that neither Rona nor Marlon told her immediately unsettles her. That silence plants the first seed of doubt. From that moment on, everything Mary observes is filtered through a growing sense that something is deeply wrong. Marlon is already buckling under the pressure as the episode opens, tense and visibly struggling beneath the weight of the danger surrounding them. Rona does her best to steady him, promising she will somehow find the money they need. It is a quietly devastating moment that underlines just how isolated they have become, and how narrow their margins now are. Meanwhile, Mary finds herself unexpectedly charmed by Ray. Where Rona sees immediate danger, Mary sees nothing more than a pleasant man. When Rona urges her mother to keep her distance, it only fuels Mary's curiosity. To Mary, it feels like overreaction. To Rona, it is sheer terror. The situation escalates when Mary later tells Laurel that Ray seems perfectly pleasant. The comment sends Rona spiraling into panic. It becomes painfully clear that if Mary continues asking questions, she could place herself directly in harm's way. Desperate, Rona decides the only solution is to push her mother away. She tells Mary that the house is too crowded, hoping to gently nudge her towards leaving. But Mary is not fooled. She senses she is being shut out and refuses to accept the flimsy explanation. When she presses for the truth one final time, everything erupts. Rona snaps, and the words that spill out are devastating. She lashes out, branding her mother overbearing, before going even further and claiming they are happier without her. It is a brutal moment, made all the more heartbreaking by the fact that Rona is lying to protect Mary. The damage, however, is painfully real. Mary is crushed. She does not argue, she does not fight back. Instead, with devastating calm, she announces that she will pack her things and leave first thing in the morning. Her quiet acceptance of rejection she does not deserve makes the moment even more tragic. As Mary prepares to go, a heavy question hangs in the air. Will Rona and Marlon find the courage to stop her and finally tell her the truth, or has the damage already been done? Either way, the Goskirk family is left facing the fallout of words that cannot easily be taken back: Christmas hope and danger, for Robert Sugden and Aaron Dingle. Elsewhere in the Dales, Christmas brings both hope and looming danger for Robert Sugden and Aaron Dingle as they take a bold step forward by planning to bring Robert's son, Seb, back to the village. After everything they have endured, the move feels like a declaration of intent, a chance to finally become a proper family. But it also opens the door to fresh conflict and very real risk. Robert and Aaron's relationship has never been simple, and recent months have been especially brutal. With two vengeful husbands actively trying to destroy them, the odds have been stacked against their reunion from the start. Yet against all expectation, they have found their way back to each other, this time determined to build something lasting, rather than merely survive the next crisis. Seb's return represents far more than a practical arrangement. It is about reclaiming something Robert lost, and giving Aaron the chance to step into a role that aligns with his instincts to protect, nurture, and fight for the people he loves. It is a storyline that powerfully highlights Aaron's growth, driven not by impulse but by care, yet Seb's loss of his mother still looms large. With Ross having signed him over to Rebecca's aunt, Robert is now the only remaining parent figure with a meaningful claim, a fact that carries both emotional weight and scrutiny. Ross's opposition is immediate and fierce. From his perspective, Robert and Aaron's chaotic past makes them the last people who should be trusted with Seb's future. And because Rebecca's aunt does not truly know them, Ross's voice carries dangerous influence. As if that tension were not enough, events soon take a darker turn. When Aaron's windscreen is smashed and trees outside his flat are set ablaze, suspicion immediately falls on Ross. It feels logical, personal, emotional, and explosive. But the truth is far more sinister. Someone else is watching from the shadows. As Robert takes matters into his own hands to protect Aaron, his instincts raise alarm bells. When he fails to return home, those closest to him are left fearing the worst. Just as Robert and Aaron dare to believe in a future together, danger closes in once again. In Emmerdale, even Christmas hope comes at a price. Coronation Street and Emmerdale collide as John Sugden returns. ITV has officially confirmed John Sugden's return as part of a landmark Coronation Street Emmerdale crossover, the first of its kind, bringing together a full cast of 41 characters in one of the most ambitious soap episodes ever attempted. Scheduled to air on Monday the 5th of January, the special installment promises chaos, panic, and irreversible consequences. At its heart lies a devastating multi-vehicle pile-up, teased in a chilling trailer that makes one thing clear: this will not be a gentle meeting of worlds. And just when the danger feels overwhelming, John Sugden steps back into the frame. Absent since September, the man whose shadow still looms large over Aaron Dingle's life returns at the worst possible moment. His presence alone signals how dark this crossover intends to go, raising the emotional stakes as much as the physical ones. A newly released image hints at the tension to come, showing John looming behind a pregnant Charity, with Kane, Carla, Todd, and Debbie also caught in the frame. It is a visual heavy with symbolism, proof that the past is not done with the Dales yet. The confirmed cast list reads like a collision course of unresolved histories, promising that the aftermath of the crash will unleash fear, murderous intent, death, destruction, and long-buried secrets. Life in both villages will never be the same again. With John Sugden back at the center of it all, it feels like the calm before a very long storm. Another villain returns as Emmerdale's Christmas turns ominous. As if that were not enough, Emmerdale has teased the return of another dangerous figure this Christmas. A short but chilling trailer strongly suggests that Kevin Townsend is heading back to the village, revenge still burning. Kev's past with Robert and Aaron is raw and violent, marked by a prison marriage, betrayal, and the terrifying sword attack that left Robert injured. His disappearance always felt temporary, and now, the shadows confirm it. The trailer's imagery is ominous. Burning bushes, a single bullet laid out with intent, and Kev watching from the trees, his stare heavy with menace. Whatever brings him back, it will not be for peace. With multiple villains circling and old sins resurfacing, the festive season in the Dales is shaping up to be anything but comforting. Kim Tate's grief sparks another explosive secret. Finally, Kim Tate lashes out following the devastating death of her beloved horse, Ice, a loss that cuts deeper than she is willing to admit. Injured and vulnerable, Kim shuts out everyone except Lydia, the one person she believes she can trust. But that trust is built on a lie. Lydia is consumed by guilt, knowing that her actions, and Sam's, led directly to the accident. It was Lydia who suggested using snares, a choice made with good intentions but catastrophic consequences. Now, as Kim's family fractures under the weight of grief and anger, Lydia faces an impossible choice: stay silent and live with the guilt, or tell the truth and risk destroying everything. As Kim lashes out in pain, another emotional bomb quietly ticks toward explosion.